25,000 subscribers. Not bad. Hey guys, what's going on, and welcome to the Poker Resort. Today we are going to be going over all the questions that you guys have asked me in the past video regarding asking me questions. So in today's video, this is just so you guys get to know me a little bit more, where you guys know the face behind all the videos, where I don't do too much face cam. I mean, I'm not really camera shy or anything like that, but it's just a little bit easier if I got a lot of words to say. It's tough to memorize all of that and look straight into the camera the whole time, so it's just a little bit easier for me if I just go and just read off a script and get the videos out a little bit faster for you guys. But today this is a little bit unscripted, so we're just gonna be relaxing. If you guys want to tab out, you guys can look at my pretty face if you want, do whatever you guys want, but we're gonna be going over all of the questions for the Q&A. So let's start it up. So the first question we have is, what is your favorite memory involving Pokemon, whether it's first time watching anime or first time playing a game? So my favorite memory, that one's tough. I'd just say there isn't like a specific memory per se, but I would just say my entire childhood was a memory revolved around Pokemon, and it's something that pretty much has affected my life from there on out, where it got me to always get the new games, playing through middle school, playing through high school, phased out a little bit at the end of high school, probably my last 2 years, partially because it was the 5th gen. I didn't really like the games that much, but I was also just getting older, and I was just used to my social life, and I really just didn't play at least those type of video games. So I was more like the social ones, just like casual Call of Duty, all that kind of stuff that you just go to your friend's house and just play some games like that. So that was kind of like my end phase of high school, and then as I got into college, I got back into Pokemon, and I just really was excited with the whole 3D animations of the Pokemon, and I did enjoy a lot of the Pokemon in the game as well, and my first Pokemon actually was a shiny Froakie, and that is one of my favorite memories, so I'll give you that one. But as far as childhood memories, it would just be my general childhood, because all my friends played Pokemon, and just whenever we'd go to someone's house, we'd bring our Pokemon games over. We'd play Pokemon Stadium on the 64, so just pretty much being brought up as my entire childhood with Pokemon is something that is pretty nice to be able to say. So yeah. And do I have any other hobbies, passions outside of YouTube and Pokemon? Well, as far as what I'm doing in my life is graphic design. That's been something that I recently have got into, where my first four years of schooling, I didn't really know what I was going to school for, so it kind of took me a while to figure out what exactly I wanted to be doing in life. And then after, I can actually thank YouTube for this, where I was just seeing what these graphic designers do as far as thumbnails go, the animations they make in the videos, and I felt like I'm a pretty artistic person, but I never really pursued it, and I feel like that is something that I could definitely do for the rest of my life, as far as using the computer to be able to design, starts to sketching stuff out, putting it onto the computer, and working with different layouts and helping other companies with Photoshop and stuff, where I feel like that was kind of something that would interest me. And I've been in the program now for almost a year now, and I really don't have anything bad to say about it. I just really love everything that's involved around the program. So if you guys don't really know what you're doing in life, and you guys are looking to get into maybe something more artsy, but not too artsy, because I never really took any art classes in high school, so I didn't really like that style. But when I was introduced to this kind of a style of graphic design, it just totally hooked me. But as far as other hobbies, if you guys see this Bucks logo, I'm a big sports fan in general, big Packers fan, Bucks fan. I'm a Brewers fan when they're good, so I'm a little more fair weather. Just baseball, it doesn't excite me as much, but when I have a good team, I'll be a little bit more excited about them. But for Bucks, I'm ride or die. I've been following this team for so long. We're finally having a good team in the Greek Freak and Giannis Antetokounmpo. Got Chris Middleton, have Jabari Parker, who please stop getting hurt, no more ACL surgeries. But yeah, I'm just overall a pretty big sports fan. I also like to play them as well, where basketball is also my main sport, and I also am a coach. So my whole life is pretty much sports and video games and school. So and friends. So I mean, I'm a pretty simple guy. Just like guy stuff, just sports, video games, hanging out. I like food too, but hobbies, yeah, I'd say probably those would be my main hobbies that I like to do. And I always like working on my computer and doing YouTube as well. So that's what I have for my hobbies. So yeah, and let's go to, I got some more comments. Age, I am 20. Actually, I just turned 23 on Wednesday. My birthday's on April 12th, so I am now a 23-year-old man-child, basically, still playing Pokemon, and I do not feel bad about it. I love it, and I'm happy about being 23 and still doing what I love. So, yeah. Region, city, do I like Mudkips? I do like Mudkip. That was one of my, that was actually my starter Pokemon in Sapphire, the first Hoenn game that I got. So, I do like Mudkip. I didn't really like the design for, Swampert, but I think it was just the picture that was in the video games for it, because I like the Sugimori art style, but when it was in the video games, I didn't really like the look of it, so that's why I kind of switched out of that, and I liked Blaziken and, Sceptile a lot more. So, but I mean, I actually really like all three starter Pokemon in Hoenn region. They did a really good job in the design. So yeah, I like Mudkips. As far as region goes, I live in the Alola region now. If you guys seen my evolution from the Pikachu to the new Alolan Raichu, but no, for real, I live in Wisconsin. Hopefully, I don't have to live there for the rest of my life. As you guys can tell, I'm a big person that likes tropical environments. I like warmth. I love beaches, so if I can eventually get my life to be revolved around that someday, other than on a computer screen or in the computer world or the internet world, I would absolutely love it. So we'll see where my career takes me outside of YouTube and with the graphic design. Alright, what do French people look like in your opinion? I'll probably just go straight to stereotype. I think of a nice curly mustache. Think of those mimes. I don't know why, but I just all of a sudden think of like the Eiffel Tower or whatever, and someone having a nice evening dinner there. That's what I get. Thanks. Hi PokeResort. Congrats on 25 subs, 25,000. Do you plan on expanding your videos outside of Pokemon in the future, or would you only stick to Pokemon? So I will only be sticking to Pokemon on this channel. I've always thought about making another channel that just revolves in other types of games, mainly because I would want to have two channels for it, because you guys are all subscribed here for Pokemon. My name's under Pokemon, and I'm not the biggest video game player, and I really revolve video games around Pokemon, so that's why I made a channel on Pokemon, because I don't feel like I'm very good at any other video games. I mean, I don't know, I think I just more of enjoy Pokemon, where I feel like other games you have to be kind of good at them, and sometimes I'll be stumbling around and I'll have to go to YouTube and try to figure out how exactly I'm supposed to past this one level. But I feel like my personality could probably get people to stay, but I know people do subscribe for Pokemon, so I plan on just doing Pokemon. I also eventually someday plan on working having a Twitch channel, but just my internet isn't the best, and I only have a Mac, so I don't really have like a gaming computer or anything like that. So because I'm required to actually have a Mac computer for graphic design, and I actually had to spend a pretty penny on it. So I don't plan on getting a new computer anytime soon, but you guys can probably just expect to see the content that's coming out now. That's probably what will happen in the future. Maybe some LPs, we'll see how that goes, but it does take a good amount of time, where a lot of the uploading time, the recording time, the editing time, that takes so much longer, and like the stress of trying to bring out multiple videos a week for that's still pretty tough for me. So we'll see how far the LPs go. If anything, I'll probably have to record an entire LP and then upload them all and schedule them, and then just have it go from there, but I won't be able to be making content while uploading at the same time as far as an LP goes. Alright, super random question, but would you rather have Gordon Ramsay constrictively roast you for the rest of your life, or have Nyan Cats on repeats on background for the rest of my life? I'll probably take Gordon Ramsay, just because he does it all to make you better. I mean, it's all about personality. If someone's going to be batting you down all the time, you can use that as constructive criticism and figure out how you can make it better, where if something's going to be terrible every single time you make it, but if they're telling you what you do wrong and how you can make it better, then more power to you. You can have them scream at you all you want, but all it's going to do is make you better at the end of the day. So I'll take Gordon Ramsay, and I'm not the best cook, but I mean, by the time my life is over with, I'd probably, my one goal would probably say I made one thing good, but he also said that pineapples don't go on pizza, and I do like pineapples on pizza, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, what else? Would you ever come to Romania? I'd love to travel everywhere. It's just very expensive. So, I mean, I'm pretty much open to going everywhere except for kind of in like the Middle East where all that war stuff is going on. So I don't really feel like being in that area. But anywhere where it's just like a nice tourist attraction, I don't see why not. I mean, I love touring other Pokemon regions that have different cultures. So why not go tour other countries that have different cultures? Because I like to be exposed to all that stuff. So, yeah, I'd come to a lot of places. If you could learn any other language, what would it be? Just because all the stuff that I'm revolved around in, it pops up in Japanese words such as like Pokemon and video games and stuff, so I probably want to speak that language. I did take Spanish, but I didn't enjoy it at all, and I don't know, I haven't had any really need for it. I mean, I've been to Punta Cana, and I guess I needed some speaking ability for that, but I'd probably say more Chinese or Japanese, something like that, so I can understand a little bit more of the language. And if I watch any of the anime, not a big anime watcher, but if I were to watch like Dragon Ball or watch Pokemon so I could understand it in another language, I'd be like 50 episodes ahead compared to all the American episodes. So that's probably why I choose Chinese or Japanese. Alright, let's do this. Am I a Naruto fan? I'm not the biggest anime fan, so I guess I'm not really a Naruto fan. I know they're coming out with like Boruto or something like that. I don't know, but I also really haven't sat down and watched it, like one episode of it, so I can't really say I'm not a fan. It's just I've never really given it a try, and also I've not really given a lot of animes a try. So, I don't know, maybe one day I will, but I don't know, I'm just kind of busy right now, so I don't really have those times to just casually watch shows, so I kind of have my selected things. I got a hierarchy of what's most important to me, and just sitting down and just watching a show and giving it a try, it's pretty low on the list, so yeah, that's kind of where I am at in life. What are my views on public transportation? I mean, I don't... it's nice if you don't have a car. It's pretty nice for public transportation. That's, I guess, my opinion on it. How do I feel about my most popular video, Ash Ketchum Mega Evolving Pokemon has done? That video has gotten over 5 million views. I don't really have an opinion on it. I understand why it has a lot of views, because it kind of was like a clickbait video where I had like Charizard and Mega Charizard next to Ash in there, but I mean, I can say thank you because I mean it did help me out financially, not gonna lie, for helping out a lot of my computer stuff. So I'm not the most proud of that video, where I have a lot of videos that I'm very proud of and they haven't done as well, but they've been my most favorite videos to create, where I always enjoy doing top 5s, top 10s. That was a top 5 video, so I mean, I enjoyed creating it, but there are some videos that I just really enjoy making, as such as my favorite one I've ever made was top 10 quotes in the Pokemon, top 10 quotes of Pokemon of all time. And that was my favorite just because there were so many inspirational and meaningful tweets and a lot of quotes that can relate to real life, where I really enjoy just looking into that, and it kind of made me take a different perspective on life and just try to understand what Pokemon is trying to give to their audience. And if you really listen to the messages they send, they have a lot of good messages, so I definitely recommend you guys to check that video out, because that is my most favorite video that I've ever made. So yeah. Alright, if I had the chance to be a Pokemon, it had to be 6 of them if you had the chance to be a Pokemon, it had to be 6 of them to make a team, which 6 Pokemon would you be? Alright, so if I were to choose to be a Pokemon, oh man, I'd probably choose any Pokemon that has fingers, feet, and body, because if I turned it into a Pokemon that may be really strong, but if I got like swords for hands, I'm gonna be really frustrated trying to pick stuff up. So it's got to be some Pokemon that's got probably 5 fingers, 4 or 5 fingers. So, and fire type is my favorite type, so maybe Monferno. I'd probably say, or not Monferno, Infernape. Infernape would probably be a good one to choose to be, because it kind of still has like that humanoid body. So if I wanted to be more comfortable with the body I have and transitioned it to that fire powers, Infernape's probably a good decision. So yeah, I'll go with Infernape. And then 6 Pokemon to be on a team. Gotta have Charizard, gotta have Alolan Raichu, gotta have Tyranitar. Who else? Those are like my tops. Oh, I am a big fan of Latias, Latios, doesn't really matter, love them both. Who, that's tough on the spot. Maybe I'll make like a top 10 video of my like 10 favorite Pokemon. Maybe I'll do that for like 50,000. So, but yeah, those are like my top 4. So if those would be on my team, I feel like that's kind of a well-rounded team a little bit. So yeah. All right, what else? How did I choose the Pokeresort's name? I originally chose the Poke News, and I came out with that while X and Y was in the process of being released. I think I made the channel back in September of 2013. So I made it back then because I was just kind of enjoying watching other videos, where a lot of videos I watched was GCPM, J-Wits, and Munching Orange. I would say those were the 3 that I were mainly watching when Pokemon X and Y were coming out. And one thing I noticed with their videos is that they were always giving their opinion on the new Pokemon, and I thought, oh, that'd be a really good idea, because I have so many opinions that I want to basically be able to state to, because I didn't have a lot of Pokemon. I still don't have like a lot of like real life friends that play Pokemon, so a lot of my feelings and opinions on stuff is just kind of jumbled in my head, where I feel like YouTube was a good place to just talk about Pokemon, something that I really enjoyed playing. And yeah, so that's basically what I wanted to do, where I wanted to give my own opinion on different subjects of Pokemon, and that's where I started with Poke News. But I changed it to the Pokeresort because I didn't want to just do news. That was just something that I really enjoyed doing at the time, but I realized there's a lot of other stuff that I want to do, which is why I changed it to the Pokeresort, which is a resort for all good things Pokemon, and you can just go sit back, relax, and have a good time, feel like you're on vacation while watching my channel. So yeah. What was my favorite Pokemon game? Favorite Pokemon game? Ooh, I'd probably say Heart Gold, Soul Silver, or you can say Silver, Gold, Crystal. Those regions, I just really love them a lot. I'd say that Silver version was the first game that I beat, and my first overall game was Pokemon Yellow, but I mean, I was only, I think, like 5 at the time, so I didn't really know how to beat everything. But when I was a little bit older, I think I was like 7, that's when I started to figure out more of how to beat the games, and that's where I beat Silver. But I did not know that you could go back to the Kanto region after beating the champion, so I was pissed about that, and I found out about that later when Heart Gold, Soul Silver came out. And those are probably my favorite games. Love the walking feature where your Pokemon was walking behind you. It's so much stuff to do. The levels were great, where they kept going up and up and up, where you wouldn't ever really have to like rotate Pokemon a lot, where it was always a tough battle. So that's one thing I enjoyed about that. But then probably the next one was Sun and Moon. I love that game a lot. I haven't really touched it since I beat it. I'm more of just playing through the main story. Don't really like doing the competitive battling unless if it's on Showdown, because I just don't have the time to do all this breeding and stuff. That takes so much time, and I just don't have time for it. So if I do get to the point where I want to do any battling, I'll just hop on Showdown and do it there. So but yeah, so probably 1 was Heart Gold, Soul Silver, 2 would be Sun and Moon, and then 3 probably Red, Blue, Yellow. Those were probably my top 3. But I did put a lot of time in Sinnoh region, so gotta give them credit for that. Did enjoy that one. What else? What is your favorite, least favorite starters? My favorite starter, I'm just gonna go with Charmander, or I could say Shiny Froakie, because there's more of personal like story behind that. Charmander, I just love Charizard, so it's just so cool. So I'm gonna have to go with Charmander probably, and then Shiny Froakie right after that. But oh, that's a tough one though. There's a lot of good starters out there. And then least favorite starter, probably Fennekin. Just didn't really like the design. Just thought it was a little bit too feminine, and I don't know. I like more of the masculine designs. I mean, assuming me, I'm a guy. I like more like the brute looking Pokemon, and that's just how I feel. So I'll probably like that one. Didn't really like Chikorita. Chikorita was cute as hell. Gotta give Chikorita. Love Chikorita, but wasn't like my favorite one that I would choose from. Piplup, didn't really like Piplup, and I did not. Oh, Popplio. Poplio's the worst. Poplio's the worst. Did not like that design at all. That was stupid. Whole line. Not a fan of it. Yeah, that's how I feel. What else? How do I feel about Pokemon game on a Switch? I would love it. I will finally get a Nintendo console game probably the second I find or a Pokemon game is announced for it. And I mean, come on, we've been having old Nintendo 64 looking graphics on a brand new system in 3DS in 2017. Like, guys, it's 2017. I should not be seeing little squares making a Pokemon. I should not. So either bump up the frame, bump up the resolution, or the pixels on the 3DS and make a brand new one, or just go straight to the Switch because it is a portable machine. So we'll see about that. But I mean, I definitely would like to see it on the Switch, and it's just mainly for graphics reasons only. Do you think a main game will come like Pokemon Coliseum? Probably something like that. I mean, wouldn't doubt it. There's always those like non-mainstream Pokemon games that always come to like the main consoles, so probably wouldn't doubt it. Why are you so cute? Oh, I can thank my parents, I guess, for that. I did a little bit of modeling for Hollister, so if you guys follow their Instagram or followed it back in 2013, you probably would have saw me on some of that stuff. Did the shortlist greeter on Black Friday, so did that whole shebang with them. And yeah, sometimes you'll just get recruited. I got recruited to go do work for Hollister for them and do some stuff. So I mean, it was a fun time. It was pretty flattering a lot of the time, so I mean, I can't say I didn't enjoy it at all. I enjoyed that aspect a lot, but when it came to just folding clothes, and they kind of just stopped the whole modeling campaign for Hollister, at least for like their main stores, and I just kind of got phased out and I just stopped working there. But yeah. What's my deal? What's your deal? Am I a boy or am I a girl? I am a boy, or 23, I guess, man. Do you like Cantonian Raichu or Alolan Raichu more? I like Alolan Raichu a lot more, literally because it embraces the entire theme of not only my channel, but just environments that I like to be around: tropical, beach, warm weather. It's surfing all the time. I love the surfing theme so much. I used to be that guy that always wore those puka shells all the time, so I just really love that idea. And then also worked for Hollister. That was all California beach theme, so I've been immersed around that whole theme a lot, and that's why I just absolutely love Alolan Raichu always surfing on its tail. I just think it's the coolest thing in the world. I don't know why it doesn't learn surf, still bothers me, but yeah, that's why. I mean, regular Raichu is pretty cool, not gonna argue that. Sometimes I get annoyed how they depict the Raichu, where they make his head all weird, where Pikachu looks cute with that nice rounded face, but sometimes they'll have Raichu have an oval for the face, and then it automatically connects the body like it doesn't even have a neck. Like, I mean, it all depends on the design of Raichus. That's why. So sometimes it just looks like really obese or something like that. It doesn't look fit. So that's why I just prefer more of the I guess video game version that I've seen of the Alolan Raichu, and I guess the my mascot. I made my design for the Alolan Raichu, but I saw the anime episode of the Alolan Raichu, and I do not like that design at all. They did terrible. I hate the whole art style of Sun and Moon. You can like it, that's fine, but I can't stand it. I really do not like it. Alright, where do you see YouTube in a year from now, especially considering, in my opinion, Pokemon is becoming duller and YouTubers' revenues dropping at this time? I see YouTube a year from now. I feel like this is just kind of a phase with the advertisers. Right now, I feel like everything will kind of pick back up. As far as Pokemon becoming duller, there's always a dull time in Pokemon when there isn't a new game coming out, but in my opinion, that's the best time because it allows your creative juices to flow and you can make content on anything. But once a new game comes out, every single video by every single YouTuber that does Pokemon, their videos cater to that new game, where they just kind of ride the hype bandwagon. And I mean, I do it too, but sometimes just get burnt out talking about the same thing. And also, when you do something that, like let's say I made a video on something Johto related while Sun and Moon was on its way to coming out. That video just will not do nearly as well. A lot of people won't click on it as much, where you gotta kind of work with what the audience likes, along with your likes. If your likes are the #1 important thing. Don't do it specifically, oh, well, these guys are only gonna like this, I'm gonna make it. Do something you enjoy and just, alright, how is the audience going to take that? So that's why, like, I have a lot of video ideas, but let's say if I want to make a video on the Johto region, I wouldn't make it before Sun and Moon comes out. I would make it, like, right now, where there's just kind of like that free period where you can make anything and you got those loyal subscribers and people that are still looking at Pokemon videos on YouTube. Those are the ones that you're still supposed to be catering for, instead of just people that'll come in right when a new game's coming out. So yeah, but I think YouTube will be fine. I think there still are a lot of things that need to be worked out with YouTube, but I mean, hey, it's good to have competition. I'm glad Twitch is a competition to YouTube, where it's not a monopoly anymore, so that'll only help YouTube get better. What's my favorite Pokemon game? Probably Sun and Moon. Heart Gold, Soul Silver. Already asked that. will I pin this comment? If you want me to pin this comment, it doesn't really matter. How tall am I? I feel like you're a tall guy, but you're always sitting, so I have no idea. Well, let's stand up. So you can kind of figure out now, I am this tall. Actually, I am only 5'10", so I'm pretty much exactly average height. I mean, I'm not short, I'm not tall, but I'm exactly in the middle. Average height of an adult male is 5'10". I believe female is 5'5". Could be wrong, but I know what the adult male is 5'10", so I'm exactly average in height. But I play basketball a lot, so I often feel very short. Hey, been here pretty much since the very beginning. Love to hear that. I mean, basically 3 years on YouTube. Been there since the start. Always amazed to see because I know I'm doing something right and I'm getting you guys to keep coming back. Alright, what else? Are you doing tertiary education, and if so, what course? Well, I said I'm in graphic design, and it's a two-year degree. Probably will be going back again for a web design certificate, so I have a little bit more of an arsenal to my graphic design game and make myself a little bit more attractive to other employers. So yeah. First followed you on Pokemino. Okay. Question for you is, have you ever been legitimately horrified when reading a Pokédex entry? I would only be legitimately horrified if Pokemon were real and I would know never to set foot in the general vicinity of where that Pokemon lives. So, only if they're real, I'd be legitimately horrified, but I love it when I see this stuff. Because I would love it so much more if Pokemon was more gritty, where we'd have Pokemon more catering to a, let's say, 12 and up audience rather than a 6 or 7 and up. I'd probably say 5 and up for the anime, but maybe 7 and up for video game players. Alright, so glad you made it this far. It's Snoop Pingus. Oh, Snoop Pingus. We did a kind of like a collab channel with a few other YouTubers. Haven't heard from these guys in a while, but it's always cool to see where you started and where you are now. What has been my greatest achievement as a YouTuber so far? My greatest achievement is... That's a good question, actually. I would say my greatest achievement definitely isn't subscribers, because you could have, like me, I have 25,000 subscribers, but if you don't have like that consistent audience every single time, where if you got 25,000 subscribers, you're only getting like 400 people to watch a video, I mean, that's 21,000... oh man, that's 24,000 people around there that aren't watching your videos regularly. So I would say my greatest achievement is getting loyal subscribers that have been staying around for a while, because that's my biggest appreciation, where people do stick around. Where my biggest goal in life on YouTube, or I guess on YouTube, is to have everybody, or how I say this. My greatest goal is to get people to watch my videos because it's made by me rather than the title. So if I can accomplish that someday, where I have a great fan base, where a good solid view rate every single video, where I know that's coming from the subscribers instead of most of my videos going through the subscriber and then going to the kind of like watch page or the trending or on the side to view this. I don't care about that as much. I care more about keeping those subscribers around and getting them to want to come back. So if I do that, I feel like I'm a successful YouTuber. If you only have one Pokemon in real life, what would you choose? I would choose Charmander. Can you make a documentary video about Lucario? I've searched up countless times wondering what he is. I'm going to say it's a standing wolf Pokemon. I don't know if I'll make a documentary. I feel like I'd have to get some kind of a reasoning behind making it, like a theory video or something, but who knows? Anything's possible on YouTube. Do you ever get smelly feet? Actually, I'm a very good smelling person. I could honestly probably shower for 5 days and you would not smell me at all. So I just got lucky with those genes. I just don't really stink. Unless you're gonna get all of my business and putting your nose right at my armpit, maybe you might smell a little something. But for overall, no, I'm pretty like a hygienically good person, where I like to stay clean. So yeah, but my feet, they never smell. They never smell. If you have to survive in harsh conditions and any Pokemon could be your companion, what would it be? Ooh, that is a good question. Harsh conditions. I think it also depends on the condition, because if you're going to be in a desert, you're going to want a water Pokemon with you, keeping you hydrated and keeping you cool. But if you're going to be in, let's say, an ocean, you don't necessarily want to have a fire Pokemon to keep you warm, because, I mean, you're in an ocean. I don't know how a fire-type Pokemon is going to help you out, really, but a Pokemon that could pretty much handle any condition, I would probably say Dragonite, because it knows tons of moves and it can also fly, where if we are in like a bad environment condition, I know Dragonite probably would be there to help me out no matter what situation. So yeah, and that's actually the last question we have in this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're exactly 30 minutes in, so this is a long video, so I doubt any of you guys are probably still around, but for those of you who may still be around, thank you so much for your support on the channel over the years, and or whenever you subscribed. I'm just glad that you managed to stay this far and are supporting me. So if you guys can continue to support me, like, comment, share my videos, that's all I can really ask, and you became a perfect subscriber. So I'm gonna get out of here for today. Don't forget, we'll pretty much have new videos every single weekend, and that is about it. So have a good one, guys, and I am out.